It's been years in the making, but the crossover event of the century is finally here. What? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Freddy poster versus the Jason shirt. One keeps you warm, while the other looks fantastic on the wall. Each stands a chance at victory, especially after 10 Friday the 13th films and 7 A Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Wait, is that why I watched all those Elm Street films a couple months ago? I thought I was stuck in a time loop. Freddy vs. Jason is a movie that had been in development hell since 1987, when Paramount and New Line Cinema couldn't agree on a story, and even when New Line got the rights to both Freddy and Jason, the movie still stayed in development for so long that despite the ending of Jason Goes to Hell setting up for Freddy vs. Jason, technology was created to send Jason into space. That's how long it took for this movie to get off the ground. We all now live on Earth 2. Although that basically makes Freddy vs. Jason take place between the events of Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, so because of that, we know he won't die at the end of this, since he's already alive at the beginning of Jason X. But in 2003, Freddy vs. Jason was finally unleashed upon the world. Dozens of spec scripts were written for this film over the course of 30 years, and this was one of them. Let's take a look at the trailer that got people pumped.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Place your bets.
I bet $100 that line isn't in the movie. The movie didn't come without controversy as director Ronnie Yu of Bride of Chucky decided to replace Jason actor Kane Hodder with Ken Kersinger, so it's less Freddy vs. Jason and more Freddy vs. the chef from Jason Takes Manhattan. Even though other actors had played Jason in the past, Kane Hodder had played him in the previous 4 films, becoming so synonymous with the character that his name would appear in those movies' opening credits. The reason for the recasting? Director Ronnie Yu wanted someone taller, making everyone else want a different director. But Freddy and Jason isn't the only meshing in this film. Say goodbye to those themes. You won't hear them again. 30 seconds into the movie and already the demonic toys lose. In the earlier Freddy movies, it always addressed Freddy as a child murderer, but really only hinting at whether or not he was a child molester. In this film, though? Oh no, he did that shit. Plus, he's a filthy smoker! In this flashback of Freddy getting killed, I don't see John Saxon anywhere in this group. Justice for Saxon! And I already know who Freddy is.
But after they killed me, I became something much worse.
And with expensive contact lenses. Hell, why explain the previous films when we can just show them?
And that's when the fun really began.
Too scared to show what you did to Grady, huh, asshole? And here's clips from some of the other Friday the 13ths. The gist here is that Freddy, while in hell, is frustrated because the people of Springwood have forgotten about him, which is a serious problem. How in the hell do you forget someone who killed so many kids that at one point it rendered the town completely childless and caused Roseanne to go insane? So he meets up with Jason, who is also in hell due to his porn habit, and he brings Jason back to Earth to put fear into the Springwood kids again and to stop nudity from happening. Plus, the movie introduces us to Jacket Jason. That's where somewhere between Jason Goes to Hell and this film, Jason spotted a jacket on the ground and thought to himself, guess it is a little chilly. Jacket Jason can be frustrating to Jason fans since it took over so many toy and shirt designs that it made it look like you were specifically either a fan of this movie or the Friday remake. No, I want my Brooker shirt, damn it! Oh, right, he's still in hell.
Not meeting a boy at the lake.
I deserve to be punished.
We all deserve to be punished.
Jason.
And hell has some shitty special effects. Freddy must be a huge fan of Friday 2, since he communicates with Jason through his mom, who is most certainly not Betsy Palmer in this. That's really all the setup you need. Freddy and Jason fight over their taste in heavy metal. So Freddy has the power to send Jason back up to Earth to kill partying teens. That's new.
Marry, fuck, or kill. Your choices are the Three Stooges. Go.
Stupid girl slumber parties always talking about the Three Stooges. Some costume party. I see a PJ Souls from Carrie, a Brittany Murphy, and a Kelly Rowland. Oh wait, that is Kelly Rowland. Here come the douchebags.
Oh, Trey, you answered my prayers. Thank you.
Whoa, babe. Tell you about kissing me after you smoked, huh?
You taste like a child murderer. Lori is upset because she misses her old flame Will. But there's plenty of Prince Charmings here.
Hey, Lori. I like the flow of your place. Got good feng shui.
I'll have you know that Feng Shui was my favorite Peter Sellers character. This party needs a killer.
Hell no. Freddy has a cute ass.
Babe, you make me ask you twice, okay?
Ugh, the only way this character is gonna survive is if Eli Roth is directing it. Lori has even more WBCW drama.
You know what? You don't like anybody. I mean, Laura, you've barely gone out since what? Since my mom died?
Now she has to live with her Uncle Cognac. No worse than the creeps in this house.
Babe, you know I don't like to be touched after, okay?
Your back door was open.
Freddy and Jason aren't the main threats of this film. The tag team of Rapey McGee and Strangly McHooker Fetish are. And let's not forget about the real deathbed. And no one was date raped in Springwood ever again. Look guys, I was in Scary Movie. I know a silly crime when I see one. Even more new rules keep getting added to this lore. New rule, just close your eyes and say Freddy's name. You'll fall right asleep. What the fuck is the little girl doing here? Shouldn't she be playing in front of an abandoned house? Well, I'm not gonna play hide and seek if you're gonna cheat. Oh, and the Elm Street house has a cemetery in front of it now. Wrong horror movie! Shit, maybe the trick does work. All I did was close my eyes and make a joke about the dead girls, and then they appeared. Let me try it myself. Freddy. Stupid jump scare generator! What the hell is Elijah Nowood still doing here?
Jesus.
Haha, sweet dreams. Now fuck a goat! The only reason this movie was made was to maintain the evil entity of Freddy in order to keep it from haunting Heather Langenkamp again. And to kill this kid's dad. Fuck that dude. His dad's head also doubled as a bucket of paint. Meanwhile, at the insane asylum, all those Uva Ball Rampage films put Brendan Fletcher right in the loony bin. Oh, and Jason Ritter plays Laurie's love interest, Will. Something's not right here.
You're the one that told the cops that Laurie's dad killed his wife.
Yeah, right, and now it looks like someone else got killed in the same house. You think that's a coincidence? 2 murders in one house?
Someone hasn't seen an Amityville movie. Or an Elm Street movie. I guess they could play some games, but fuck it, escaping is a better idea, especially before this happens. I guess this isn't the only guy who likes to drug people's juice. This has the whole school on edge.
Shit! This is bullshit! The police are blaming everything on Blake like it's some kind of Columbine thing or something. They're saying he went crazy.
Crushed by mattress, just like Columbine. I know who the real villain is. Linderman.
Well, I heard what happened, and I just want to express how, or to tell you how sorry I was.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Right. You know, actually, if you need any...
Freddy versus Jason versus Nice Guy. The hell kind of school is this?
You're singing like this song like...
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Can we get Rampage Guy out of here? Maybe Kelly Rowland was right to bring up Columbine. Oh, and I think this episode could also count as an Ant-Man and the Wasp tie-in. How is this school so easy for escaped mental patients to walk into? This is what happens when your teacher is Robert Shea. He's gonna stock your school with Freddy vs. Jason actors. And hilarious old man jokes.
Got your nose!
Ooh, I haven't been this impressed since his amazing pulling off the finger trick. And shouldn't that have pulled their nose off in the real world? They're openly hiding in the one place no one in the school ever goes, the library. Or maybe security does show up and makes them randomly switch locations. We had to move the conversation to the van because, Great, you invite any actor from an Uwe Ball film, and suddenly the location again switches to the House of the Dead. I'm doing a lot of summoning in this review. Mentioning Eli Roth earlier summoned Chris Marquette. He played Eli Roth in The Girl Next Door. Yeah, drink my piss, Linderman.
You know what, Kia? I used to think you hated me because you thought I wasn't good enough for Lori. But that's not it. See, you tear me down to make yourself feel better because...
No, she hates you for Race to Witch Mountain. She's okay with fanboys. Stupid Linderman trying to out-creepy a child murderer. Young Clay Walsh is obsessed. Why, I'm just drunk enough to follow the severed head of my boyfriend into this boiler room silo. Apparently, killing Rapey McGee didn't keep the town safe. I didn't count on the fact that this entire town is made up of offspring from my spit on your grave. I'm on Team Jason now. He stopped a rapist.
No! She's mine! Mine!
And that's how the fight gets started. A dick measuring contest. If the dicks were body counts.
And you weren't involved.
Jason's dick is getting way bigger. You've all been drinking non-alcoholic beer this whole time. This party had to liven up with a fiery serial killer.
Who cares about some fucking dream guy, okay? Psycho on the hockey mask was real.
Dude, that goalie was pissed about something.
Thanks, Freddy versus Jason Mewes. No wonder they forgot Freddy. They keep getting distracted by drama.
The reason I was sent to Weston is because I saw your dad kill your mom.
I saw him kill her.
I realize that both Jason Ritter and Chris Marquette are both from Joan of Arcadia, but what's with all the drama in this? And I fucking knew all Uwe Ball actors were related. Brendan Fletcher's brother in this is played by Zach Ward of Postal. Ooh, different lens. Must be a dream. More like Friday the 13th reasons why.
Oh, that's right! Everyone forgot! That's why they weren't afraid anymore! That's why I needed Jason to kill for me to get them to remember!
Oh, who could forget a name like Scut Farkas? Freddy should honestly know better. He knows what fire can do to a person.
Pass on a little message for me, will ya?
You misspelled Freddy's coming. Officer Lachlan Monroe doesn't know who Freddy is simply because he's not from Springwood. Makes sense. No one outside of Cook County knows who Gacy is. Oh, and Springwood is now Wayward Pines. Why don't you go hang out with the kids? They need to be told who Jason is because they're not from Crystal Lake.
Now, this Jason Voorhees supposedly drowned at Camp Crystal Lake back in 1957 when he was 11 years old. Now, the counselors weren't watching him.
No, no, no. You're supposed to start out with the 1979 film Friday the 13th, The Orphan. Everyone knows this. These kids either know too little or too much.
I mean, what if Freddy brought Jason back? Because he was too weak to go after us on his own, so he used Jason.
I'd say you're friends with a screenwriter. And quit saying his name and falling asleep.
Your eyes say no, no. But my mouth says yes, yes.
That's the town's motto. Sure, I could be watching Freddy and Jason fight, but this plot about a drug called Hypnosil that stops dreams, that's what I'm here for. Richard Kimball's wife was killed over this drug. Hey, the hospital was easy to break out of, and goddammit, it's easy to break into as well.
These are the ones who wouldn't stop dreaming. They're in a coma. It says they were given too much Hypnosil.
This movie is nothing but anti-dream-stopping drug propaganda. Is there a drug for stupid?
What the fuck?
Fuck off, 2003! Ugh, 2003 isn't gonna fuck off, is it? That looked real. Officer Lachlan Monroe may be dead, but on the plus side, Mark Paul Gosselaar now has straight A's. Bars on the windows aren't going to stop this Jason from the trademark throwing someone through glass. Freddy attempts to kill Jason in his dreams. Bullets and explosions don't stop Jason, but tranquilizers? Oh, works like a charm. Does Jason dream about unlucky sheep? Nope, just a boiler room. Shocking. 65 minutes in, and we finally see them fight. Someone needs to place them both under arrest and put them in prison. Careful, this scene's getting silly. If I want to play Jason pinball, I'll go hang out at the bowling alley, thank you very much. Why stop making up shit now? Let's make adult Jason afraid of water.
So you are afraid of something after all, huh?
Yeah, he's really terrified of water. Yep, look at him. Terrified. Oh, right, the teenagers.
Why go all the way to Crystal Lake?
Best case scenario, Jason wins. He'll already be home, back where he belongs.
Yeah, where he can kill the people of Crystal Lake. Fuck those people. Freddy must have used toxic waste from the New York sewers to turn Jason back into a child. And that's what finally stops him. A migraine. This movie is way more loose with the lore than I ever anticipated.
Aren't you gonna help the kid?
Can't you see I'm busy here?
All that fucking and no one even noticed that Angela was a boy? Sorry folks, naming your character Lori isn't gonna summon Michael Myers to help you. Just more Freddy and Jason. Unfortunately, they need Jason alive so that he can kill Freddy, which means mouth to mouth. I told you, if you get Jason laid, it will solve all your problems. Where's the cum shot? I said cum shot, not trailer shot. Oh, and Freddy is the one who killed Lori's mom. I know a revelation like that puts me in the mood.
I should warn you, princess. The first time tends to get a little messy.
He's talking about fucking. But fuck you, bitch, you're out of the dream world now. Shit, and you also brought Rock Lore, the god of metal, out of the dream. That was nice of him to save Freddy from that fire. Wouldn't want him to get more burned. But oh no, Linderman's hurt. Not Linderman. On the plus side, before he died, he got to sneak into George Lucas's house to see episode 1. Being a killer is one thing, but Freddy is just rude.
How sweet. Dark meat.
Whew, that joke's not gonna go over well on Twitter.
Tell me something. What kind of faggot runs around in a Christmas sweater?
And neither's that. Now Twitter has no one to root for in this film. Best killer off. Oh no, Jason caused her to lose her breath. This scene would be really lame if it weren't taking place at Action Point. With their own stupidity, if they were just flying solo in this movie, I still think they'd manage to find a way to kill themselves. Just make up a reason to kill Freddy. It worked in the other movies. And as far as Jason goes, if you really wanted to possess him, you should have just eaten his heart. Although Freddy does use his glove a lot more in this one, so that's nice. Another positive, with the strict MPAA rules in the late 80s, it's probably best this wasn't made in 1987, because stuff like this would have been toned way the fuck down. Will we find out who the true winner is? Or will they stop fighting because they realize their mom's name is Batman v Superman reference?
Welcome to my world, bitch!
I guess Monica Keena wins. And bitch is Freddy's line. Oh, so I guess Jason wins. Just pick a goddamn winner. Is it really that hard? Apparently it is hard. And why do I suddenly feel like moshing? While it feels like this probably wasn't the best Freddy vs. Jason script to come along in 30 years, the movie is almost bittersweet in that it's not only the final film in the original continuity of both franchises before they were both later rebooted, but it was also Robert Englund's final appearance as Freddy Krueger. The movie is also one of the only films in the franchises to have a big budget, which paid off as it became the highest grossing movie of the Friday the 13th series and the second highest of the Elm Street series. Though even with the big budget, this will always look a lot better than this. And this was 16 years earlier. But hey, if you just want to see Freddy and Jason fight, well, it's here. But I'll stick with Bergman versus Woody, thank you very much. The real question is, which set of reviews is better? There's the Elm Street reviews. Nothing good comes from a room with chains hanging in it. The safety word is bitch! And the Friday the 13th reviews. Jail. Well, that settles it. The Friday the 13th reviews wins. See? It's not that hard to pick a fucking winner.
We gotta go! Now! Come on!
Let me handle this, bitch.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/StonedGremlinProductions. Follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob, or check out our homepage at thecinemasnob.com.